Hey everybody, this is Mr. Storm, and in this video I'm going to very quickly show you how to use this Canvas course and how this course relates to the other platform that you're going to use called TestOut. We're going to do a bunch of different things together in this video, so please follow along, and if you have any questions, make sure you let me know whenever this video is over. Okay, so this is what the Canvas course for A+ computer maintenance looks like. You'll see three links over here on the side: home, modules, and grades. Modules will take you to a list of all of the content in the course, so you can find things if you're looking for a specific item and you can't remember which week it belongs to, you can look in the modules to find it. Grades is where you're obviously going to find your grades for this course. Over here on the right-hand side, we have our list of assignments that need to be completed in the coming weeks. So you can see all of those over there. Now, my advice is to not focus too much on this list. Use it as kind of like a quick snapshot of what you have left to do. Don't click on these links to go to the assignments specifically, because there's other content I want you to see before you get to those assignments. So let's take a look at some of that. If you scroll down, you'll see Welcome to A+. You have the link to the video you're watching right now. That link is right there. You're also going to see a link to a live stream. That is essentially just an open room where you can talk to me, ask me questions. If you have questions about the content, you can click on that link, go into that chat room, and you can, and I'm always there during school hours, right? We have term one, and these are the weeks in term one: week 1, week 2, week 3, weeks 3 and 4, week 5, weeks 6 and 8, 6 through 8. So that's the last 3 weeks of the term. And you will see links below there with the date ranges. These dates may be off if you're watching this a different year from when this video was published. So let's take a look at what one of these weeks look like. Now, it is important to note that this is a full year course, but right now you're only seeing terms 1 and 2 because I will publish the term 3 and 4 content when we get to them. In the way the semesters work, it's much easier if we just focus on term 1 and 2. And then whenever the semester changes in January, then we can do 3 and 4. Make sense? Okay. So let's take a look at what a typical week would look like in this course. So I'm going to click on weeks 6 through 8. And it's going to take me to a page that looks like this. This page has a video, a quick video explaining what you need to learn for those weeks. Below that, I have the what am I learning, why am I learning this, and how will I prove I've learned this. So for these weeks, you're learning about the various components inside of a computer. You're learning these because you need to be able to identify, install, and troubleshoot and all that stuff. How will you prove you've learned it? You'll prove it by completing all of the skills, all of the content in chapter 3. So below that, we have the order of operations. The order of operations is going to have links specifically to where you need to go in order to complete this content. When you click on, let's say, this link here, watch all of the videos and read all of the articles in chapter 3 in TestOut. That will take you to the TestOut login page, okay? Now, when you log into TestOut, it will look something like this. You will have your course is right here. The best way to navigate through the TestOut course is to use this button up here in the top right-hand corner. When you click that, that will bring up the course outline, and you can go straight to any chapter that you need to that you want to work on. So for example, right, in weeks 6 and 8, or 6 through 8, we're doing chapter 3. We need to complete all the labs in chapter 3. Let's see what that assignment looks like. So notice there are a lot of labs for that week. That's why I give you 3 weeks to complete this, right? So there are a lot of labs to complete. And the rubric is down here. And then we also have a lot of practice questions, right? Because chapter 3 has 14 chapters in it. I'm giving you 3 weeks to get through all of this content. So anyway, so I'm here in chapter 3. So let's start with 3.1, right? 3.1 is going to teach me about cases and form factors. Now, when I say you need to go through all the content in the chapter, that's exactly what I mean. I mean, you need to get through all the content. You can't just jump straight to the quiz and expect to pass the quiz if you haven't gone through the videos, which I'll pause that here. This video is about 6 minutes long. It's going to teach you everything you need to know about cases and form factors. When you're done with that video, you move on to the article that's going to break down that information in an easy to see, easy to reference article. Then you go on to the questions. Or if you're in a chapter that has a lab, then you will do the lab, then move on to the chapter questions, okay? Now again, everything is listed here in Canvas. Everything you have to complete is listed here in Canvas. So that 3.1.3 questions that we just skipped over, that's in here, right? So you can see, you can come in here and take a look at everything that you need to do for that specific week, right? So install a power supply, 3.2.5. That's where I am right now, 3.2.5. Now let's take a look at labs really quickly because it is important that you understand how these labs are supposed to work. So if I click Start Lab, it will bring up a page that looks like this. This is the lab environment in TestOut. Now in this lab, I can do all kinds of things. I can manipulate the equipment, I can drag it around, put it onto the workspace, I can flip around, to the back. It's going to take a second to load, if it's going to load at all. Well, that's embarrassing. Let's go to the motherboard. Motherboard's kind of a quarter loaded. That's interesting. Drive bays. Anyway, so you can... Oh, and there's an error. Your computer is having trouble connecting to the servers. Oh. Yeah, I'm running an ad blocker on mine, so it's probably going to have an issue. That's okay. Let's just go ahead and we'll just talk about it. So here's what you're going to do with a lab sim. They give you a scenario up here at the top. You are the IT administrator for a small corporate network. You're repairing the computer in the support office, which appears to have a failed power supply. After testing the power supply and confirming the failure, you removed it from the computer. Now you need to select a replacement power supply. So in this lab, I have to install a power supply based on the following requirements. So I have to look for a power supply that meets these requirements here. And then I have to make the following connections. So over here on the shelf, I have power supplies. Now I can read through the scenario, find which of these applies, or which of these is the right one. I can install it in the computer. Oh, hey, now it's kind of working. So I can just install it, and then I can make my power connections like this. So let's see, this is a processor 4-pin connector. I can drag that out, find the connection it belongs to, and if I get it wrong, they'll tell me. If I get it right, they'll tell me. So let's see, if this is a 4-pin CPU connector, where would I be? If I was a 4-pin CPU connector, where would I be? Oh, that my mouse messed up. Anyway, so you kind of get it, right? We have connections down here. You drag the connection out and you kind of let them go wherever they belong. Okay, when I'm done with the lab, I've done everything in this lab, I can come over here and click Score Lab. Now, I did not pass the lab. I didn't do anything correctly. So I did not install the power supply. I didn't plug in the components. I didn't plug the computer into a power source, turn it on, or boot to Windows. Now, in this lab report, they'll tell you exactly what those steps are and how to complete them, right? So if you get something wrong, TestOut will tell you this is what you got wrong and this is how you can fix it for next time, right? So I'm going to click Done here. Now, when I've completed all of the labs, let's say I'm over here and I've completed all these. I've installed the power supply, chosen install a motherboard, blah, 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 all the way down, right? When all of these labs are done, I want to click Start Assignment, and it's going to give me a text box. I'm going to type, I have finished the labs, or done, or whatever, and then I'm going to submit. That is your way to indicate to me that it's time for me to record your score from TestOut and put it into Canvas, okay? So you have to go in and actually submit your assignments in Canvas in order for me to put your score in. If you don't submit it, it is going to be a missing assignment. It will still be missing. You may have completed the labs. You may have done everything you need to do. It will stay missing until you come into this assignment itself in Canvas and you submit it. You click Start Assignment and then you type, I have finished these labs, and then submit. Okay? That's how you turn in your work for this class. So test out is where all your content is, and it's where your assignments are going to be completed. But in order to turn them in, you need to come over to Canvas and submit them that way. Now, it's not only just for the labs, it's also for the practice questions as well. So when you've completed all the practice questions, you're going to do the same. Start assignment, I've completed the practice questions, or done, or spaghetti, or whatever. I don't care what you write. Type something and submit. Okay. Let's see. I believe that's it. I don't think there's much more that I need to talk to you about when it comes to this class. Like I said, almost everything is going to be done in Test Out, but you will submit your assignments here in Canvas. The first week, we do our introductions and orientation, and there's a quiz in Canvas. The second week, you're doing something called computer maintenance. Computer maintenance career. You're going to write a little report on a career in computer maintenance so that you can kind of put it into your brain. Why am I learning this? Why is it important for me to be certified? And then after that assignment, every assignment for the rest of the school year is going to be done in Test Out. Now, I will send you an email with your Test Out credentials in the first couple of weeks of school. So if you don't see that email and it's time for you to start turning in work, please, please, please let me know. And I will resend the email to you. I think that's it. So please let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this has been informative enough, and hopefully I haven't confused any of you too thoroughly. I look forward to seeing you for the rest of the school year. All right. See ya. Where's my stop button? There it is. Bye.